Well, my name is Dyro. My real name is Jordy. I've been active for 3 years today. I did my first show here in Miami for the first time with Hardwell and all the guys. Yeah, I've been touring for 3 years now, and it's been a lot of fun. You know, I learned a lot, and yeah, here I am today. I was 19 years old when I first started touring, and like I'm 22 right now. So it's really hard to comprehend what's going on, because you know you're like a normal person at first. I'm still a normal person, but like your life isn't normal anymore. So it's really hard to stay close to yourself and stay who you are. And you know, I've dealt with a lot of hard situations and like, you know, girlfriends leaving and going and whatever. You know, it's a hard business, and it's really difficult. And yeah, it's just you don't really know what's going on. But yeah, it's fun. You know, I'm still doing it, and I will be doing it for a long time, I hope. You know, I get this question a lot, why there are a lot of DJs from Holland, you know, and like why we are such a big family. But I think I have a theory for that. It's because, yeah, it's cold and everybody's always inside in the studio. That might be one thing, but I personally think it's kind of embraced in our culture. We have radio stations devoted to dance music, and that wasn't a thing a couple of years ago in America. So because it's in our culture, we had like a lot of guys we looked up to. So for instance, we have Tiesto and Armin, who were around for a long time, and they were actually pop stars in Holland 20 years ago. So it created like an idol figure for young kids. So what happened is like young kids were like, I want to be like that, and like even Hardwell was like that, and I was like that, you know. So what happens, like at a really young age, you get introduced to this like DJ thing, and you're gonna start with it really early. So that creates like a like you're ahead of everybody, for you know, you have a head start on everybody. And I think everybody's like getting up to us, but that's why we have a head start. And yeah, when you have a lot of your own people around, you kind of create a whole family, because you have a very short connection with them, no language barriers, and like we kind of look each other up, and it's always fun, you know. We're really, you know, lightheaded people, really yeah, normal guys actually. I personally think that my interest in music came from my dad. My dad was a big music fanatic. He had listened to a lot of bands and was always like, you know, showing me new music, and he was always playing CDs in his car, and like he always had like the new technical stuff with music, like a CD switcher in the back of his car, and it kind of, you know, drew to me. It was really interesting. So from a really young age, I got introduced to it, and like started thinking like, oh well, how do they make this music? And like obviously you're a younger guy, so dance music is more interesting for you. So I started to get into that, and yeah, then like the DJ thing was really interesting to me. So I like started buying equipment, started messing around with that, but that really didn't work for me because there wasn't any clubs I could play at. So I didn't have the money to buy anything. So I discovered this program on my computer. I think I was 14 years old, and back then it was still FL Studio 5 or something. Messed around with it, didn't work. You know, finished my school, went to college, and then I was like, I really want to try this again, and that's what I started doing. And from there, it kind of became serious. You know, I had a little bit more time because I didn't care at all about school. So I was like, no, I wasn't in school at all. I was always like, not there. So. Yeah, I had a lot of time to make music, and that's what I did. And you know, tried to send a lot of people demos. Found out that doesn't really work, because it's really saturated, and like it's really easy to get lost within the not so good music. So I decided to just put everything online and on SoundCloud and any canal that I could find, and any person that had the shortest into the scene, I would send it to them, and it worked. And next thing I knew, Hardwell was playing my songs on like one of the biggest festivals in New York. And that was like, it was sick to me, you know. I found out myself when I was like, wow, this is crazy. They're playing my music for thousands and thousands of people. So Hardwell contacted me, we got in contact together. I visited him on his first label night in Amsterdam, that's where we met. And that was in October 2011 or something. And then in March 2012, they took me on their trip to Miami, and that's when I first played my show in Miami, because they were releasing a couple of my songs in the meantime, and they were like, we want you to play at our label show, and then I did, and everything skyrocketed from them, you know. It's really crazy. If I think of it, it still gives me goosebumps, but yeah, it's nuts.
So can you talk to me a little bit about what you use to make music?
I do everything in the box. So I'm on a PC because I still work with FL Studio. I still love that program. I tried I tried Ableton, I tried Logic, I tried everything, but FL Studio still works the best for me. So yeah, I still work in the box on a PC in my bedroom at my parents' place, and that's my favorite spot. You know, and I'm not really that good at working on a laptop. I can't really feel the music and feel the energy. Then I have to actually feel it. You know, so I am really lucky that I have an agent that really thinks of like when I need studio time. So it's like 2 weeks of touring, 1 week studio time, touring, studio time. So I'm really lucky with that. So yeah, it gives me a lot of time to make a lot of music. And I personally, I want my music to be the best there is.
What's next for this year? What's going on?
Which is really exciting is I'm doing my first Asia tour. I've always wanted to go to Asia and everywhere. 3 weeks straight, almost 20 shows and hopping every single country. So going to Korea, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, China, Japan, Tokyo, everywhere. So I'm really, really excited. You know, I'm a big lover of Asian food, so that's also why it's really exciting. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I recently started my own label, my own record label. It's called Wolv Records. Started that back in August last year. We're on release 7 already. It's going very well. It's more of a niche market. It's kind of alternative music, but it really focuses on like production and like real music. You know, it's not like just a club banger, but it's actually like I'm looking for songs that make a difference, and it's like I want to focus on an artist's thing and creativity rather than what works in a club. So yeah, it's going very well. I have a couple of songs that are coming out, and we have signed and ready, and like a couple of mine, and a lot of cool collaborations. So yeah, it's really exciting. And other than that, I don't know. The summer is coming up again. A lot of festivals. I'm always scared for the summer because it's like touring all the way. But yeah, I'm still doing what I do, and I'm loving it.